Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Travis Chow. I'm an associate professor at Hong Kong U Business School, and I'm also the deputy program director for the two accounting program, the accounting and finance and the accounting data and analytics program. The program code is 6781. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for coming to this session. I know some of you have arrived pretty early today. It's been a long day for you. So what I plan to do is to give you some introduction, right, to the two accounting major program that we have at Hong Kong U. Just a little bit about myself. I was born and raised in Hong Kong and received my education in Canada. Before I come back to Hong Kong U about 5 years ago, I worked for about 6-7 years in Singapore, in Singapore Management University. So it's very happy to be back. And so I can talk in Cantonese, but for this session, I was told I need to deliver it as English. But if you have any question afterwards, if you would like to talk to me like Cantonese or Mandarin is fine. Okay, so we often, like here, the accounting is the language of business. But what does that really actually mean for us? Anyone? Any student here are taking the accounting course in high school as part of the DSE? What is the first thing that you come across to you when you hear accounting? Boring, right? What? What's that? Debit, credit, balance. Yeah, you need it looks like the ultimate goal is to balance, right? As long as you balance, right, you can, wow, right? You're doing the exam, wow, you can jump out of the desk, right? You know you're going to get an A in the, but at university, right? At university, it is not just that, right? I might also, actually I took principles of accounts during my HKCE year. Some of the parents know what HKCE is, right? We how, right? So I also received some kind of misperception about the subject of accounting, right? So accounting, I often like to think about from a user's perspective, right? For example, how many of you have investments? May not be the students, maybe the parents, right? Some of you have invest some of your like hard-earned money in some of the companies, like the popular one in Hong Kong, HSBC, right? It's not to promote them, but when you think about this, when you're thinking about where to put your hard-earned money, like in so many of those companies, what do you need? Right? You may need some information, right? Some information about the report card, like let's like the students, the DSE report. I want to invest in a company that can potentially give me the highest return, right? Highest return. This is from the investor's perspective. But what about, let's say you're the banker. You're the banker, you work in the bank, then typically what do? You extend loans, right? Some people, some small businesses, entrepreneurs would like to raise some capital to do their businesses, right? And they often need additional capital from the bank, right? And from a banker's perspective, what do you want to see? You want to see the financial statement, some information that allows you to, right, to determine whether this borrower, right, will be able to repay the money, right, when it is due, right? And what about government? How do they use accounting information? Government like to take some of our money, right? Through taxes, right? So like they will look at, for example, the corporate taxpayer as a company, right? They file when they have a tax return to file, but they sometimes also look at the financial statement, right? To see if you have done anything inappropriate, right? Make sure that you are paying the fair share of taxes, right? What are the creditors, right? We have talked about bankers, right? Employees, right? Presumably, the parents, either you are entrepreneurs or you are employed, right? So employees, why do you care about financial information, right? Maybe not maybe in some of the industries, right? We often hear in the news that some construction company, the developers, right, all of a sudden go bankrupt. You cannot find the owners anymore. Like you have worked for hours, right? You sweat, tears, but no salaries, right? So as from an employee's perspective, you also need to make sure that when you work for the company, right, it is in a good shape, right, in terms of the financial conditions. And finally, managers. I'm teaching currently in the Master of Accountancy program, teaching management accounting. Right? Management accounting will make sure that, right, the managers are making good decisions. Right? They face different decisions all the time, every day. For example, right, after a fiscal period, you may come, oh, this year's financial performance is not as expected. What have gone wrong, right? You need to go back and dig deep to the financial statement that you keep internally. And you think about, oh, maybe this is some part of the business, right? This type of product, right? We produce a lot of products. Some of the product is not making money for us, right? We need to be able to tell. Otherwise, right, your company will not be able to sustain, right? Whether it's a for-profit organization or non-profit organization. Even for non-profit organization, right? Whatever societal goal that you would like to achieve, you need to make sure that you're able to break even, right? Whatever fees that you charge with fees that you receive, right, is sufficient to cover the cost, right? So you still need to think about the financials, right? The financial information, whether you want to make profit or not, right? So this is how accounting information, right, from what I see is to facilitate decision makings, user decision makings, right? A variety types of users. So what accounting is not, it definitely not math, right? So why it's not math? As long as you can use a calculator, right, to add, subtract, or sometimes do multiplication, right? You have passed the math part of accounting, right? That's definitely no math. And again, it's not just about debit and credit, although in the first financial accounting class, you still have to learn about the foundation, right? How accounting system works, right? That is the backbone. But after that, beyond that, right, it's all about decision making. It's not about a supporting function, and it is definitely not boring. Right? So JUPAS, right? So this is the outline, right? Outline for today's discussion. So we have two programs, and then we will talk about the some of the extracurricular activities that students may engage in. We'll talk about the support and some other activities or internship arrangement. Okay. First of all, accounting and finance, the A&F program. A&F program. So similar to many bachelor program, So the total students will be required to complete a total of 240 credits. What does that mean? So each course counts for 6 credits. So basically, say 40 courses. You have to take 40 courses in 4 years. So on average, 10 per year. And that will consist of university level compulsory core courses, right? Compulsory core courses. Right? These courses make sure that every graduate of Hong Kong U will receive some literacy there, right? In terms of the language, artificial intelligence, and some other subjects. And in this program, it requires the students to take 108 credits of professional core in accounting, right? Because that is the, you can consider this is a major, right? The major subject of the program. And because it's an A and F program, students will also be required to take a minimum of 36 credits to fulfill a minor in finance. Right? You may ask, can I not do the minor in finance? Can I do a minor in something else? No, not in this program, because the program's name is Accounting and Finance, right? So you have to satisfy the finance requirement. But in case you would like to explore some other subjects, like subjects other than accounting and finance, you still have a lot of opportunities, because there are 42 credits designated for free electives. So free electives mean you can just take, for example, languages, psychology. Right? If you like math, you can take more math courses, statistics. Right? So there's no restriction. Then of course, you can also, if you really enjoy finance, you can take more finance course and then change to a major in finance by taking seven more courses, right? 7 more courses in finance. All right, and for the accounting and data analytics, again, the same university level core course, and it's different from the A&F is that this is a one big major. We consider this accounting data analytics as one big major, and therefore the required professional core, the number of courses is quite many. It's 156 credits, 156 credits, and together you have, and therefore you know the math, right? There will be fewer, right? Fewer courses that you can take as electives, as free electives. Both of the program are accredited by the Hong Kong ICPA, ACCA, CPA Australia, CIMA, and CGMA, right? And our program is also the first and only accounting undergraduate program in Hong Kong to receive an early bird discount by the ACCA, meaning that, right, when our students pay a fees to write the exams by the ACCA, they receive a significant discount, fee discount. And on top of that, right, on top of the monetary discounts, our students are also allowed to take the ACCA exam before they graduate, as early as the third year, right? So what does that mean is that, so if you are motivated, right, to receive this accreditation, right, you can take the 4 remaining ACCA programs before you graduate as early as your third year, right? And maybe by the time you graduate, you already finished all the examinations requirement by the ACCA. But then you still have to wait, okay? It is not that just the exam. You still have to accumulate, I think at least 3 years of relevant work experience as required by the ACCA to become to receive this designation. And on top of that, our program is also one of the 3 local accounting programs to nominate students to participate in a program called the A-Star by the Chartered General Management Accountant, right? So what do they do is that they can enroll students in the program, and through the program, students may take courses arranged by the CGMA. Some corporate site visits may have the opportunity to visit the companies. Okay. Skip this. All right. So again, the key message here is that both programs receive the same accreditations, whether you would like to do combine accounting with finance, or if you like to do more hands-on work with analyzing data, like you like, for example, you enjoy statistics, right? Then you may consider this ADA program, which combines like a professional core accounting knowledge with data analytical skills. And in terms of courses, so we talk about there's accounting core courses, right? What are they, right? Accounting core courses. So on your right-hand side, this is the discipline core courses. That means it's the required for both program, because we are in an accounting program. So this is considered accounting major core courses. And on your left-hand side is the faculty core courses. And those are common courses that all the schools in the business school, right? All the school in the business school will have to take, right? So the business core courses are the foundation courses that includes introduction to financial accounting, introductory microeconomics. This is analysis of economic data and corporate finance. And for accounting courses, so you'll see it is I would say it's pretty standard. It's pretty standard in the sense that you receive education in intermediate and advanced financial accounting, management accounting, auditing, Hong Kong tax, and 2 courses in laws, business law and company law, management information system, some introduction in the management, marketing, and it's called investment and portfolio analysis. So I would say these courses are pretty standard in the sense that whichever university you enroll in Hong Kong, as long as you want to major in accounting, those are the courses that more or less have to take. And on top of that, right, we also have a capstone courses, right? On top of that, the capstone courses differs by the program. For the BBA A and F program, the capstone courses, right? Because this program is accounting and finance. There's no data analytics courses required for the students. Therefore, in the capstone courses, we decide in a way that we inject some of the data management and analytics component in the capstone courses so that they would not too far behind, right? Because in today's business landscape, right, all the students will have to receive a certain level of competency in data analytics. So we make sure that when they graduate, right, they have that level of competency to meet the challenges. Whereas for the ADA program, of course, they have already taken a lot of courses in analytics. So this capstone course will be different. We focus on some advanced topic in accounting data analytics. Okay. So this is the courses for the ADA program. For the ADA program, on the left side is the data analytics courses. Okay. Student will have to take all of them, and that includes programming, data mining, information system and control, and at least 2 of the following elective courses, right? Some of you may, for example, choose to take cybersecurity, right? Cybersecurity risk is a big thing these days, right? Companies need to protect their reputation by safeguarding their customers' information, right? The customer information. If there's a data leak, right, they have to apologize in front of the public, right? There will be a reputational damage, right, in front of all the stakeholders. So this is something that's very important for the managers as well. So students are, we have the choices to take some of those courses. Okay. And experimental learning, right? We are moving on to the part where the students, right, what type of activities, like extracurricular activities outside of the classroom that our Hong Kong U students can participate. Case competitions, right? Our students often participate in both local and overseas competitions, okay? And many of them have performed very well, achieved very good results. This is something that our students really like to know, right? Because it's foreign exchange, overseas exchange. We're happy to tell that we partnered with more than 4,000, but not 4,000, 400, like 400 university partners across 40, across 40 plus universities in different continents. In North America, you have in Canada, United States, it's UK, as well as mainland China, right? So this is something that I regret that I did not do in my undergraduate life, right? I studied in Canada during my undergraduate years. At that time, I was thinking about an overseas exchange and exchange back to Hong Kong. But I didn't do that. Yeah, I didn't do that. So yeah, I would suggest that, I mean, especially for accounting students, right? Because you can see, right, there are a lot of required courses that will be used to fulfill the accreditation requirement. So my suggestion is that you, during your exchange, you may try to take the elective courses, right? Instead of taking the accounting courses. You focus, you spend your time in Hong Kong fulfilling all the accounting courses, so to make sure that, right, all this is the same courses that you people use for the accreditation purpose. So you don't have to, right, do additional work to make sure that all the courses, the accounting course offered by that foreign university, will that satisfy the accreditation requirements. So you don't have to do that extra work. So you have that peace of mind. Just enjoy your overseas exchange. You may take some cultural class, language classes, or some other, just to fulfill your free electives. And most importantly, just go out and make some friends, right? And I think that's what the exchange is for. It's not for you to go out and study in a library at a foreign institution, right? Go out and make some friends, and you never know in the future when you come back to Hong Kong or somewhere else to develop your careers, those connections will become very valuable, right? And our program is also, I mean, our students are also lucky because we have arranged some mentorship program, for example, with Deloitte. The mentorship program is especially for year 1 and year 2 students, right? Year 1 and year 2 students. So they will have the opportunity to, for example, to follow the lead by a partner or a senior manager. I think the typical ratio is that one partner or senior manager will work with 3 to 5 students. So the students will have the opportunity to, of course, to talk to the mentor, right? They talk to the mentor. And more important is there may be opportunity for some job shadowing. Right? Job shadowing in the sense that the students may receive the opportunity to just to follow the partner, right? And observe what they do on a daily basis, right? Just to go back to for example, the Big Four office, and to observe the work environment, right? The daily tasks that a partner or senior managers would like to do. And on top of that, I think we have the internship agreement with another Big Four company. Is that the other company? I think it's a PwC. Have to confirm, but yeah. So, and that internship program, the target is also for year 1 and 2 students, right? What you may wonder, well, it's usually these are the opportunities for more senior students, but no, we want to make sure that our early year students will get the exposure, right? We'll get to know what the real life in the accounting firm is. Okay, but you may say, oh, I'm not interested. I've heard some, maybe my relatives told me that, right? May not be the best, may not be the best whatever career that you can have. If Big Four accounting firm is not your objective, at least for now, right? So, but I would like to mention that only about 30% of our graduates is working in professional accounting firms, right? Many others work in, for example, in a consulting company, Accenture, McKinsey, and banks, right? Whether it's commercial banks or investment banks. Also in the public sector and the regulatory bodies, such as the SFC, the Hong Kong MAs. So from this, you can really see that the employment opportunity is really broad. It's not just about accounting. It's not just about accounting. Indeed, right? Indeed, actually my wife is a Hong Kong U alumni, right? So that was back in like almost 20 years, right? Almost 20 years from now. And the two A&F alumni, so our friends, they first work in an investment bank. They first work in an investment bank. For example, there's the guy that I know first worked at Citi, the investment banking division, and then move on to a private equity company, right, for several years. And then later, he decided to join the Ant company. It's part of the Alibaba, right? Part of the Alibaba. And then the alumni, she joined the UBS, right? It's an investment banking. And then later part in her career, he moved on to the private banking, right? The private banking. So she's currently a managing director after like 20 years. So I would say if you track some of our alumni's career history, we can say that many of them are doing really well. Okay, JUPAS admissions. So this is the number of all the business programs that we have in the business school, and accounting is hiding in this 226. So in terms of entrance requirement, this is only the minimum requirement. Right? This doesn't guarantee an admission, right? The minimum requirement is English 4, Chinese 3, math is compulsory, also 3. The selection principle is best 5 category A subjects, and that must include English and math, right? English and math are mandatory. Okay, and this is from the most updated data. So first of all, in terms of the subject weighting for 2025 and 26, there's no change. So we are still using the same 1.5 multiplier for the English and math subject. So if you do particularly well in those two subjects, you will definitely have an advantage, right? Because in terms of the weighting, they receive a higher weight. And stars as well. So if you achieve some of the star, right, like 5-star and double star, your score will be, you'll receive an upgrade as well, right? So that is very, very valuable. And on your left-hand side, that is the 2025 weighted program score based on the best 5 subject. The median is 35. Right? The median is 35. I checked last year's the median was 34. So it's getting more competitive, right? The most recent one is 35. So if you, when you apply, if you put our program on the Band A choice, right? You may be invited for an interview. You might be invited for an interview, right? So I have participated in those interviews before. It's almost like a group interviews where the students will be seated like in a round table, and then we would talk about a topic that is related to the, for example, something that's a contemporary topic in Hong Kong, related to the society, related to the economy. So there are different types of topics. So the idea is to, right? This is not a DSE English oral test, right? Do not memorize those templates, right? Many students will, whenever I ask them to give an introduction, they'll just blah, 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 right? This is a memorized script, right? We do not, I mean, it's good that you have done something to show your effort, but it is not something that we're looking for, right? I would like to know your thinking process, right? Through a discussion of the topic of the day, right? The chosen topic. I would like to understand how the students think, right? Although your English may not be some of your first language, but it doesn't prevent me from understanding your thinking process, which is the most important thing, right? To learn how to think at the university. Okay, so if you put our program in the Band A, make sure that you check your email to see if you are invited for an interview, because on the interview, if you perform well, you'll receive bonus point for the admission. All right, so I think that's it, all the sharing from me. And now we have Calvin to do the sharing. Calvin is our excellence third-year student.
Do we have sound? Okay, thank you, Professor Chow. So I'm gonna do a student sharing right here. So let's get started. All right, about me. So my name's Kelvin. So I'm currently already year 3 actually, ANF, and I was actually a QC graduate, which is a local school. Any Queenians here? Okay, seems no. Okay, it's fine. So I was actually admitted through JUPAS in 2023. At that time, my DSC elective is Econ, Chem, ICT, and Music. So a lot of people, they will ask me, like, if I haven't studied BAFS before, can I still choose ANF? So I think it's yes, because I haven't studied before when I was in secondary school, but I could still handle it pretty well when I was in uni. So yeah. So next, I'm going to talk about why did I choose HKU Business School. So at that time, actually, I think the most appealing point definitely it's the global reputation, because it's having the highest ranking in Hong Kong, second in Asia, fourth in the most international universities. So really appealing, so I choose HKU Business School. And also, I think the enrichment opportunities, there's a lot, we have an exclusive career portal for HKU Business School students. So in case you don't know what is a career portal, it's actually an exclusive job board for HKU Business School student. So there's a lot of jobs that if you're not HKU Business School student, you won't have the opportunity to submit your applications. So we have an exclusive career portal, which is really good, provides a lot of opportunities. And also we have like a lot of exchange partners across over 40 countries. Yeah, so in fact, I'm gonna have an income exchange in Netherlands next year. Yeah, also mentorship programs that we already talked about it with Professor Chow. And I think another plus is actually the flexibility of studies. So actually, we have a wide range of major and minor options across faculty. So when I was choosing uni, I was like, yeah, I want to study accounting, finance, something like that. But I also want to study something, not just business courses. In HKU, we have a really wide range of flexibility when you're choosing courses. So for me, I studied some language courses. Yes, as mentioned by Professor Chow, I actually studied a course called Introduction to Thai, which is Thai language. And also I studied something from social science faculty, also from art faculty. Yeah. So next is why did I choose accounting and finance? So actually, for me, I'm quite a career-oriented person. So at that time, I was thinking I really want to choose a program that I could have a good career in future. Just mention professional pathway for the accounting side. We are having a lot of exemption from HKS CPA, CPA Australia, and also for A&F curriculum. Actually, it's highly equivalent with with the CFA examination. So actually, it's something related to finance practical skills. So I think for A&F, you actually have a really high career flexibility. You could work in Big Four, as you could see there, and consulting firms. And also in the retail industry, you could work in conglomerates like Swire, P&G, LVMH. And of course, you could work in investment bankings, other financial institutions, asset managers, venture capital, private equities. Okay, so next I'm going to talk about my life at HKU. Actually, it's pretty fruitful these 2 years. So first thing, of course, you must experience is orientation camp. It's something preparing for the freshmen and preparing for your university life. And second thing, I think you must experience if you in future you get into HKU Business School is high table dinner, which I'm not sure if you guys visited the Lok Yao Hall of HKU. It's actually in main building, like a castle. So we're gonna sit together in Lok Yao Hall and have a high table dinner, and we will be dressed up with this green gown. So you could see it here. And actually, I think at that moment you will be really proud of being an HKUer. Yeah. So yeah, next is some leadership activities. So when I was in year one, I was the chairperson of HKU Business Association, which is a society representing all the BBA students at HKU. I have a lot of public speaking opportunities. Like before, when I was in secondary school, I don't have any opportunity to do public speaking. But actually, I really enjoy doing this kind of thing. And being the chairman of HKU Business Association provides me with a lot of opportunities to do public speaking and brings me a lot of confidence, grew up a lot. And we work in a team as of 16 team members. We work together. We're really good friends. Many of them are actually my best friends after entering uni. Yeah, so besides taking up this leadership role, I also like join other societies. There's actually a lot of different societies at HKU, not just these kind of societies. I joined HKU Golf Club, also some voluntary teaching programs, and also the music club. We got the chance to do a busking in HKU, and it's really amazing. And we also like have a lot of concerts. If you watch music club concerts, they actually invite a lot of celebrities from Hong Kong and do a performance in HKU. Yeah. And another thing I would like to share is being a business school student representative. So what is a business school student representative is that we're gonna be taking up the role to provide support for the UG admission of HKU Business School. So I got the chance to become a student model, which is a really good experience I've never tried before. And these are the photos that we take in the photo shooting campaign. And also we become JUPAS student consultant because I was admitted from JUPAS. So I will be joining a lot of JUPAS information sessions. So, and that's one of the reasons why I'm here today as well. Yeah. So lastly is the career development. Okay, so I was a really career-oriented person, so I actually have a lot of internship experiences. So when I was in year one, 2024, I have like 3 internship experiences. So at that time, I was like just experiencing because I don't have a really clear goal, like which finance industry field that I really want to develop my career in. So I work in 3 different kind of firms. First one is Shining CPA Limited. It's an accounting firm, a local accounting firm, which is my first internship. And second one is SFC. Yes, just taught by Professor Chow. It's actually a local regulator, something related like similar to HKMA. And also work in a financial institution, a bank called HSBC. So I think most of you should know this bank. So another thing that I would like to share is that in HSBC, that internship, I actually took a gap semester to do that internship. So that's why I could get this internship when I was in really early stage in my uni. So when I was in year 1, I take a leave of absence from the school, which means that I'm not gonna taking up any course in that semester. Instead, I go to work, which is really worthy for me. Like after working for like half year in HSBC, I really found that my future career would be lies in working in financial institutions, in banks. Yeah, so that's why after year 1, I start developing my career further into financial institutions. So as you can see, I work in Citi Securities, which is one of the greatest security firm in China. And that's a really fun experience as well, because I was actually working in Beijing. Yeah, it's my first time like leaving Hong Kong and working another place for like 2 months. And here is the most previous internship that I was actually doing. It's RISE, which is a family office in Singapore. And I was doing a part-time internship and doing something related to investment, alternative investment. So that's what I want to share, which is the career portal of HKU. I actually got this job with HKU Career Portal, which is the exclusive job board for HKU Business School student. So in fact, this company actually, they only recruit people from HKU Business School. So if you're not HKU Business School student, you won't have the chance to apply this company. So eventually I got the offer and I was currently still working as a part-time intern. Yeah. So I do think that HKU provides me with a lot, make me grow a lot, and also really good support in my career development. Yeah. So hope to see you all in HKU in the future. And that's basically my sharing. Thank you.